Hey, I'm just here to talk for a minute about what's going on in the world today. We all know the election's a joke. If your vote actually counted, they wouldn't let you vote. The president has already been picked ahead of time, and despite those of us kicking and screaming and not going quietly, I'm quite sure that Obama, the pretend president, will be in for another 4 years. And in that case, we're all screwed. Obama is for Islam. Cut and dried, people. We have basically no friends left in the Middle East. Just Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and Israel, pretty much. And Obama is not supporting Israel. He's supporting the Muslim Brotherhood. Therefore, Israel ain't going to be our ally much longer. And if he does not give them what they want in the way of Iran, they're going to go ahead and start a full-on war on Iran. I used to be a patriot. I say used to be, not because I am no longer a patriot, but because I finally came to the realization that the few people you could wake up were not going to make a difference. All the patriots in the world now are not going to make a difference because it's just too late. The time is long past to be able to do anything about the downward spiral this country is on. We're damn near at the end of the spiral right now. The only thing you can do now is sit back and hope for the best. Because, as I said before, your vote does not count. Lobbyists and big corporations are what controls who becomes president, and the banking elite. Not you. Not me. Not Bubba next door. Our opinion and what we want does not mean jack. And that's the way it's going to be. So I stopped making patriot videos and didn't make any videos really for quite a long time. Maybe a silly one here and there on a different channel, because I got kicked off my other two for supposed copyright infringement when the video didn't even have any music or anything in it. So that shows you how patriots get treated. Meanwhile, persecution of Christians around the world escalates. In Egypt, they want to annihilate all the Christians. And if they can't annihilate them all, they want to subjugate them so far that they can't do anything, basically, but breathe. And that is the way that it's going to be, because the Quran teaches Muslims they cannot be friends with a Christian or a Jew. The Muslims in America do not have any loyalty to America. No loyalty whatsoever to this country, even if they were born here. Their loyalty is to Muhammad. And the Quran teaches violence. The Quran teaches kill the infidels, kill anyone who is not a Muslim. And they're going to do what the Quran says. This is also what they're taught about in mosques every single day around the world. Violence, kill, kill, kill. Kill the infidels. Kill anyone who's not a Muslim. They invade, and I use the word invade because even though it's not done with tanks or airplanes, they invade other countries nonetheless and take them over. They've pretty close to taken over France. Paris has taken over. They're pretty close to have taken over England as well. They go in the streets and they demonstrate in the tens of thousands. They carry signs openly, death to Great Britain. And here they are living there, many of them on the dole, at the expense of Great Britain. And they go around with signs saying, "Death to America," burning our flags, They have no loyalty to anyone but themselves. Their goal is to spread throughout the world and take over everything. And anybody that can't see that is plainly an idiot, or blind in one eye and can't see out the other. What can we do now? Nothing. Because people have sat and been complacent so long that it's too late. So now my videos focus basically on the end times, which I believe we are living in, according to the Bible. And according to Daniel's timeline, I believe that we are indeed in the end times, and at the very end of the end times as well. So this is what my videos focus on now. If I can get one person to come to God, give his life to Jesus, then I have accomplished something. But as for being a patriot, it's obvious that as a patriot, I can accomplish nothing. So, you want more? Check out C.E. Green's channel, AMTV Alternative News, and check out the video where an ex-Muslim tells you the truth about what the Quran says and how Muslims think. That's the reason we cannot have diplomacy with Muslims, because they do not think like Christians or Jews. They have their own archaic way of thinking. And basically the only goal is to kill the infidels. That is what the Quran teaches. That is the lesson they teach their children in the mosque every day. You cannot have a Christian or a Jew as a friend. And they will not embrace a nation that has Christians or Jews in it, even if they are in the minority. They're taking over everything, and Obama sits in the Oval Office when he's not busy going on Letterman or The View or some other silly propaganda-filled early afternoon or late night talk show, spewing about how he's going to make this country great again, when after 4 years, anybody with eyes to see or ears to hear should know that everything that comes out of his mouth, you know Obama is lying because his lips are moving. He slipped up and said, "my Muslim faith," more than once, and then tried to back up and regroup and backpedal and say that was a slip. Yeah, it was a slip, all right. It was a Freudian slip, because he is indeed Muslim. And then you have his wife who sits, and while the camera is pointed at her and her husband, while there's a ceremony going on, you can plainly read her lips saying, "all this over a damn flag." This is who we have in the White House, people. Not only a foreigner who is not a natural-born citizen and therefore ineligible for the presidency of the United States, but also a Muslim who backs the Muslim Brotherhood that wants to eliminate Christians. How could he be a Christian if he backs the Muslim Brotherhood that wants to eliminate all Christians and gives money to them to do with as they will? The time to try and fight is over. After only a year, we're already back in Iraq. And the mistake they made in Iraq in the first place, they go and roll into Iraq and take over and immediately dismiss their army and their police force so that they have nothing. And then we're left to do it all, only we couldn't do it all. And therefore screwed that totally up when we shouldn't have been there in the first place. Why does America feel like they have to go in every country and fix it and bring democracy? You can never have a democracy in a Muslim state because of the way they think. It's because of their kill all the infidels attitude that you cannot have a democracy in a Muslim state. Their ideology is complete subjugation of people that they claim and believe are inferior to them. So the time now is just to, if you have a brain in your head, Find God if you don't have Him already. Search for Him as hard as you can and call on Him, because He is indeed the only thing you have left now. He's the only thing you need, but a lot of people refuse to believe that. I hope not all of you are that foolish.